Hello, may the fourth be with you, everybody here on YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to my first podcast of many podcasts of the Star Wars prequels. Yes, it's Star Wars Day, May 4th, 2021. So, no Star Wars celebration this year in public. So, we're going to start off where it all started chronologically. And we're starting with the Phantom Menace, Episode 1. Yes, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, the first Star Wars movie I saw in the theater. I remember I was 14 years old in 1999, and man, it blew my mind at the time. And even watching it a second time in the theater in 2012, it still blew my mind. Yeah, I'm starting kind of early because the movie's over 2 hours long. Uh, it's a movie that's to me it's held up well. There's some things in it that are not perfect, but it's still. Hey, Tevya, it's me. Hey, I'm watching The Bad Batch. Yeah, I'm going to watch that later. I'm getting through this one first. Then I'm doing Attack of the Clones and then Revenge of the Sith. Eventually, I'll do the original trilogy when I can. I'm not going to do, and to be clear, I'm not doing any of the rehash trilogy, so don't ask, because I haven't seen Rise of Skywalker or Last Jedi. They don't count to me. And I'm not doing the two spinoffs, because I've already bash those movies. I hate those movies. Everything about those movies are not Star Wars to me because they pander to freaking agendas that we didn't need, and also they don't have any of the freaking of George Lucas's heart, soul, and spirit. That's why those movies failed eventually. You went from a movie that could have been good to a terrible freaking movie, and then you have the movie that just sank everything into the ground. Thankfully, we have Mandalorian now, so I'm doing okay. So I got my costume on, I got my hat on. Let's do this. Speaking of which, did I do my review of Bad Batch? I know I'm gonna see you later, Tevya. I just want to see the episode first before I see any reviews. Edward Cullen, Christian Grey. We're not talking about Twilight or whatchamacallit, 50 Shades of Grey. We're watching Star Wars, the real deal. That Fox logo. Let's do this. Let's start. Here we go. That awesome Fox logo from 1999. And when people saw that opening crawl, they clapped. Why? Nostalgia, but it was done right, because this was George Lucas's first Star Wars movie in over a decade. And this movie, yeah, people say this is the worst movie. There it is. The words that meant everything to me. Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Not in our neighborhood in current times, like in Kung Fu or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. John, what movie did Abrams remake the most? Whatchamacallit? I would say Into the Darkness, Star Trek Into Darkness, because he literally makes the second movie a ripoff of Wrath of Khan. But we're not talking Star Trek. This is Star Wars. Phantom Menace. Yes, let's read it, shall we? Turmoil has engulfed the Galactic Republic. The taxation of trade routes to outlying star systems is in dispute. Hoping to resolve the matter with a blockade of deadly battleships, the greedy Trade Federation has stopped all shipping to the small planet of Naboo. Again, fuck you, Jakku. While the Congress of the Republic debates this alarming chain of events, the Supreme Chancellor Valorum has secretly dispatched 2 Jedi Knights, the guardians of peace and justice in the galaxy, to settle the conflict. See, that's all you need. You don't need Luke Skywalker has vanished or the dead speak. You don't need any of that. That's bullshit. That's not Star Wars. I can't really stay long because I need to go lunch. I have to stay, but I hope you have a great day and take care, man. Yeah, Tavia, go do what you have to do. I'm doing this podcast. I waited long enough. It's May. Let's do this. This is the first image you see, a ship flying, but it's not a Star Destroyer this time. It's a lot different. That's what I loved about the prequels. It's not a copy of the original films or the oh yeah. Yep, there's the Viceroy. Again, the accents didn't bother me. All their racial stereotypes. Again, I'd rather take this any day over the Casino Planet and Jakku and the hobo any day, because this is what it's all about, man. This is the first movie since 1983, and everybody gave this movie a hard time. Yeah, this movie looks like a masterpiece compared to Force Awakens because it actually has a fan base, and it looks like Star Wars. There's a TC-14, silver version of C-3PO with a female voice. Hmm. And I still have the toys from the Phantom Menace. There's Ewan McGregor, who's coming back as Obi-Wan Kenobi. I can't wait to see him again. I missed him a lot. And Liam Neeson, the guy from Taken himself. Yeah, this is way before. Yep. Yeah, he's a Padawan in this movie. Yeah. And he's the only character in all three films. Well, one of the only male characters. Because Anakin was recast. So, when he went from a boy to a man. Oh, yeah, definitely. Hmm. They talk like this. Yeah, and by the way, droids don't need rights. They're robots. They're not human. And unlike K2SO, who was a good robot in Rogue One, this robot doesn't die. Or us R2D2 or C3PO, which in this one, plus there's actors in this movie that are no longer with us, which I really, it really hurts me to say that. But there's Ian McDermott, still around, by the way. Oh yeah, people thought I was going to start at 2, but no, I had to start at 12. I will make it legal. Yeah, they have holograms here, which we don't even have today. Here we go, the first action scene. Fire! And why the prequels? Because they're a lot easier to digest than the recent films, guys. Roger. Yep, the battle droids. Here we go. Blast them. Hell yeah. First time we heard the music since 1983 in the theater. And these effects still look great to this day in 2021. It really does. It's not bad CGI faces. And also, John Williams made an original score for these movies. Yes. I don't remember any of the score in Force Awakens. Not one freaking song. All of it was forgettable, and I don't blame him. I blame the studio for hiring not the London Symphony Orchestra, but a new people that we don't care about. So that's what I'm saying. Lucas knew how to get talent and work with them. Even though he made mistakes, he at least tried. What if Nolan made an MCU movie? I don't really care. It's going to be 3 hours long. No, it's not. They're Jedis. They can do almost anything. Oh yeah, the destroyer droids. Yep. Yep, they can run like the Flash. How awesome is that? Yep. I hadn't seen this. I saw this movie a few months ago on Disney Plus, and it looked fantastic. They restored it. It looks like 4K quality. This DVD still looks great too, and this is the very first DVD I ever got in my collection, so I'm keeping it for sentimental value and because I love this. I really enjoyed this movie as a kid. Well, I was a teenage boy. My sister was a little girl. She was 7. Yeah. And here comes my love. The actress that I've loved ever since I saw her in that white makeup. There she is. Oh my God. Natalie Portman, you are the most gorgeous woman I've ever seen in the film. Yes, I said it. Mm. That voice doesn't bother me because it's a transmission. Mm. She has like 18 outfits in this movie, and they look fantastic. The costume designer did a great job. It's a woman, by the way. Viceroy. The Federation's gone too far this time. It's sad when a girl that you see in the first 10 minutes of the movie with white makeup and red dots and a freaking outfit is sexier than any of your recent girls. How do I say that? Well, let's see. They treat her like she's a freaking woman. She's a queen of an entire planet. Yeah, a queen, not some nobody that lives on a desert planet. Naboo is a gorgeous looking place. I think it's in Spain where they filmed it. Yeah, like I said, she's a queen, not a freaking peasant. Negotiation. Uh-oh, its Wi-Fi's messing up. And Natalie Portman was very young here. She was a teenage girl. So I can forgive a lot of her faults, you know. They said, oh, she's robotic. Well, she will win an Oscar a few years later in 2000, well, many years later in 2011 for Black Swan. And I saw that performance, and it's fantastic. Her and Brie Larson can knock their Oscars together and say, yeah, you Hobo and Felicity Jones, you'll never win an Oscar because they're better. They proved themselves despite the hatred that they got. Mm. Mm. Yeah. By the way, well, you know, Natalie Portman, her British accent, it's there, but like I said, they discarded in the sequels. Thankfully, I wish that the Hobo didn't have a British accent because it's just not needed. Listen to that music. Awesome. Trumpets and everything. It's just real music. I miss this about Star Wars. The last time Star Wars had a great freaking score was Episode 3. TV show wise, The Mandalorian. That's awesome. That's something different. I want different. I don't want. Let's make Luke have a vagina this time. Let's have freaking SJW agendas. Let's have robots that have to have rights. You, Captain Kennedy, go to hell. You're the worst producer in the history of cinema, especially now. When you worked with Spielberg and Lucas in the 80s and 90s, you didn't ruin anything because you didn't have the power. Once they gave you the power, you became the emperor of Star Wars, the empress. There's Jar Jar Binks. Yes, I know, the most hated character. Yeah, no, he's not. He actually serves a purpose in this movie. Woo, woo. I don't get it. I don't get the hatred for this character. I'd rather take this character any day over a freaking black stereotype, a real black stereotype. Oh, Finn, because he's dark skinned, we have to make him a freaking we have to make him a black guy, even though he's British. Hello, they're not the same people. Those are shavs. You know, alongside Natalie Portman since Kelly Marie Tran was Raya, she also deserves to dispute the hate. Exactly. She's not a bad actress, guys. She doesn't have an accent that I don't understand. Raya was her redemption story. With Star Wars, the redemption was Mandalorian because it gave me what I wanted. I didn't want five more movies. Yeah, Gungan City looks a lot like the scenes in Aquaman, Atlantis. My Forgotten. Oh yeah, Qui-Gon, you could not foreshadow the future of Star Wars in any way. 10 years after, wait, 20 years after this movie, 2019, look what happened, guys. Look what happened. If it wasn't for The Mandalorian and Clone Wars, the fans would have just not watched anymore. John, what question do you hate the most? I don't know. Anything about this or this and that? You know, who's better? And why am I so passionate? Because again, guys, look at me. Look how I'm dressed. You saw they have little breathing apparatuses. Okay, day. I played the Phantom Menace video game also when I was a kid, or when I was a teenage boy. I got it for Christmas in 1999 on the PlayStation. It was pretty fun. There were some hard puzzles to do, but it did not disappoint me. I don't know what people were expecting after 16 years. I mean, come on, guys. The original trilogy came out before I was born, so I couldn't see them in the theater. And even when they re-released them in 1997, I didn't get to see them either. Also, did you watch the Mitchells versus Machines? It was funny, but that ending was so bad. I was like, yeah, they shouldn't have done that. Into the Spider-Verse is a better movie. I'm going to say it right now. It didn't have a gay ending at the end. It really didn't. That was not needed. It should have ended with the girl going to college. It's over. You don't need to. Star Trek Into Darkness, it's a 7, but only because the first half is really good. The second half is just Wrath of Khan done in reverse. Instead of Spock dying, it's Kirk dying. And how did they save Kirk? They use some magical blood that freaking Khan has, which is stupid. Hello, Daily. Yep. Yes, that's a stupid joke, but it makes me laugh. I don't care. Because this character, Star Wars has been getting all this hate ever since the special editions came out. And I'm like, they're going to make changes. What the changes I don't like is when they're pandering to a demographic that never loves to watch Star Wars in the first place. This army of mechanics up there is you. See, his voice is British, and I don't care. Boss Nass. I love that. That's great. He looks like a frog. So big. He's the voice of Clayton from the Tarzan Disney movie. Came out the same year. These are no things so. They not know what Usan. You don't know about the Naboo. Yep, speed us on our way. Use a way. We could use a transport. We shall give you una bongo. A bongo? So the name of their ship is a bongo? Like that little freaking instrument that you percussion instrument you hit. Black Panther sequel's called Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I like the title, but I miss Boseman. It will not be the same without him, guys. I miss him dearly. Hell, I miss the actors in this movie that are no longer with us, like Kenny Baker, who I'm gonna see. We'll see later. Bad bombing. Mm-hmm. I'm at best and deserve a lot of flack, guys. It's a character. Get over it. I got over the hobo a long time ago because, like I said, she's dead. We'll never see her in Disney Plus, and I guarantee you that. They show the hobo at the end of Mandalorian. I'm going to be like, no, that will never happen. A pox on you. Filoni and Jon Favreau won't do that. They don't want to piss off fans and remind them of the past. What do you rate 42? I haven't seen 42. You saw have the life like this. Here it comes. Yuck! Be confident. Yeah, because like I said, Lucas tried. These locations that he shot in look absolutely gorgeous. Look at that bongo. Look how beautiful that looks. It's amazing what yeah, I know I'm going to see 42 eventually, just not right now because I'm doing the Star Wars movies. And Detective Pikachu, I'm doing it next week. Yeah, this is nutsy. Could his sister Shuri could be the replacement of Boseman so we can get a female Black Panther? Yeah, but it still won't be the same. This isn't going to make $1 billion, guys. I'm looking. I'm looking more forward to Captain Marvel 2, aka the Marvels. Captain Marvel, Photon, and Miss Marvel. That's gonna be epic. And there's no replacements here. We have Bree will not be alone this time. She will fight the good fight with two other women. I'm watching the Hunger Games right now. Yeah, the first one, right? On Tubi. Crashing the bus is, hey, liver, dead banished. This fish looks awesome. It looks like an anglerfish. The fish with the light. Huge OT. This giant fish looks great. Look. That looks awesome. Always a bigger fish. And unlike the first Hunger Games, this movie doesn't have shaky cam, guys. I can see what's going on. The first Hunger Games, what sucked was the shaky cam when they're running. You don't need to shake the camera, Gary Ross. You can keep the camera steady. The sequels definitely had better camera work. Catching Fire, Mockingjay, Part 1 and 2. I want to see what's going on. Are you going to see Thor: Love and Thunder? Hell yeah. If it has this gorgeous creature, I will see anything that she is in to cleanse my palate after what the hobo did to me in 2015. Would that be difficult? Yeah, controlling her. Those robots are cool. I love looking at this movie. Even from 1999. What if they made a sequel to Food Fight? I'm not going to answer that. I don't care. The Eternals, I'm interested. I just want to wait for a trailer. I saw some of the set photos, and it looks okay. The Force will guide us. Hell yeah. Oh, Maxi Big the Force. Yeah, didn't help. It didn't help the box office of Solo. Zing! Are you going to see the new Blade? Yeah. Mahershala Ali won an Oscar. He's a good actor. It won't be the same as Wesley Snipes' version, but it'll still be a different take. I want to see something different. I don't need to see the same jokes and the same dialogue from Blade. Peeking in here. What are you thinking we say trouble? Power's back. That's like a giant eel. These effects still look great. This movie's over 20 years old, and I can look at these effects and like, wow, this CG still holds up very well. It's not the bad CGI Tarkin from Rogue One or the bad CGI Leia. That looks awful. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. That it doesn't look realistic. These actors are dead. Let them rest in peace, guys. Stop using their image. Just recast them. Marvel did that. Hell, Marvel de-aged actors that were old and they were once young, like Michael uh, Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer and Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, they de-aged them and they look way better than some CGI face. You're still gonna see Guardians 3? Yes, I am. I am because I have to finish it. That's this new Star Wars of Marvel. That's the closest they're ever going to get to making a Star Wars movie, James Gunn. Because, like I said, the first movie is still one of the best Marvel movies, even though I have a lot of problems with the villain and with Pratt's, personal, life. Should the new Blade be PG-13 or R? It depends. You can do a strong PG-13, guys. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was very adult for PG-13. That looks lovely. I think that's Italy. It is, yeah. And it's real water. It's not CGI. It's real. And this is Keira Knightley. Yes, I know, guys. That horrible Vince from the freaking Pirates of the Caribbean movies. But here, she's not on screen very long. She's in 2 scenes. She's a chick. She's a bird. Chicken. Yeah, she can't act at all, guys. Even back in '99, I'm like, this is the same girl from Pirates of the Caribbean. You don't even look like Natalie Portman. You look, her face is much thinner. Chris Pratt showed his true colors recently. Yeah, and I don't care about him. If you're gonna be a pretentious asshat, don't be an actor anymore. Just retire, please. Same thing with Brad Bessinger. Shut your mouth. Nobody cares about your politics or your affiliations. We care about what you can do on screen, not off the screen. Thank you very much. I hate that. Portman is Jewish, but she doesn't have to beat you over the head with it, Or Gal Gadot or any of these people are just looking for attention. I can get it the right. What do you think of Pirates 5? It was decent, but the main the new characters sucked. Have you heard of Static Shock? Yeah. I saw some of the cartoon clips back in the 90s, or early 2000s. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, Obi-Wan. Hell yeah. See, he's an active character. He's not just standing in the background. He's a very active character. Hell yeah. Hmm. There's Captain Panaka. See, he's a black man, but he's not a freaking stereotype, guys. They said that about the CG characters, even though they're aliens, they're not human. He said she come to Coruscant with us. Did Brad Pitt only Brad Pitt really beat up his son? No, I don't want to know. I'm not going there. I'm talking about this movie, not about any family issues with celebrities. There she is. You are so gorgeous, Natalie Portman. Only do you want Jaden to play Static Shock if he gets some freaking therapy? Yeah, if he gets some therapy and acting lessons, I think, and stop being effeminate. Jaden is an awful actor. Yeah, he's not a good actor for, if you've seen After Earth, yeah, it's like this movie, but boring and exposition heavy, and they have these god awful accents that don't even make sense. They're not even British accent. It's like I am not a coward. I'm like, you're the coward. I am not a coward. What's worse, John? Karate Kid 3 or the remake? The remake because it's way longer. That doesn't compute. Wait, no, hell no. They're not taking me in. Hmm. And I do like that yellow Jedi starfighter. It looks cool. The Naboo starfighters are yellow. They look like flying taxi cabs. Like we'll get to that when we get to it. I didn't see Cloud Atlas. It's too freaking long. It's almost 3 hours and it makes no sense. Well, my Wi-Fi is working well today. That's good. I guess because it's not raining. Yesterday was raining a lot. There's the legs moving. There's Rick Oley, the pilot of this thing. Dun, 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 dun. Here comes R2D2, the original R2D2, and he does something in this movie, unlike in The Force Awakens. Hello, boyo. There he is. Would Black Panther and Miles Morales kick the crap out of Finn? Yeah, because they're actual characters. They're established in the MCU and Marvel, and Sony. They're established, likable characters. Hell yeah. Oh, I miss you, Kenny Baker. I met him at a convention. The same year I saw this movie, I met him. I met Kenny Baker, man. I miss you a lot, man. I miss you so much. What are your thoughts on Finn? I liked him at first, but then they do nothing with him in the sequels. They make him a stereotype, falling out of the bed and cracking jokes and yelling a lot. I'm like, that's not what Lando didn't do that in the original films. In Empire and Jedi, he wasn't a stereotype. Even Mace Windu's not like that. Hazley, I don't know who that is, or Halsey. Dun, 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 dun. Would you like Pirates if it wasn't that long? If it was less than 2 hours, I can stomach it, guys. But the movie's 3 hours long. Yes, fan service. Oh yeah, Tatooine, not Jakku Kwaku. They tried to make Finn Eddie Murphy. He's not Eddie Murphy. He's like he screams half of his dialogue. Finn, get back here! And he's like, no, I gotta get back to my droid. When did Lando ever talk like that? Even when Lando was in a tense situation, Billy D. Williams knew how to keep his cool. He never screamed like that. The closest was like, Leia, go! He didn't go, ah! It's too much. You're gonna break your freaking vocal cords, dude. I want that treaty signed. Not force, so to say. Oh yeah, there he is. Hell yeah, Darth Maul. I have his toy. The coolest villain in the movie so far because Ray Park really dedicated to being in those few minutes of the film. At least he's memorable. What was memorable about Phasma? She's a girl stormtrooper. She's silver and looks cool. That's it. Gwendolyn Christie was forgettable. Would you want Karen Gillan to play Batgirl? No, she's too old. Plus, she's already in the MCU. I don't need her in something else. Here it is. Yes. Oh yeah. BB-8 is cute, but he's no R2. I'll say that. He's way too small. It's like a little gumball compared to the original R2D2. I love that droid so much in everything, no matter what it is. Beverly Hills Cop 3, I think it's underrated. It's not as funny as the first two, but it's fun for me. It's different. I wish they could do a fourth movie on Netflix or something like that with Eddie Murphy because he's making a resurgence now. Trust me. Oh, I love you. 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 Who's Hersa? Oh, you have my heart, Natalie. You have my heart. Johnny, what was worse, Brendan Christie in Game of Thrones or Star Wars? In Star Wars, because she has nothing to do. In Game of Thrones, they have to show. There's a gratuitous scene where they show her bare ass. Why? I don't care about you, Barry. May the Fourth be with you. I wanted to let you know the Star Wars prequels are underrated. Yeah, I love the original trilogy as well. Exactly. There should have been 6 movies, and that was it. And the saga was complete. We never needed another trilogy to just do the same thing, but with lesser actors, because they were just terrible freaking actors. I don't know what they saw in it. Oscar Isaac has a chance to redeem himself if Dune is amazing, but I'm going to talk about that some other time because Dune, I'm really looking forward to that movie, and I don't want it to suck. Yeah, I sense a disturbance as well. Do you know who Philip Philo Films is? No, never heard of them. There's the desert. Yeah, I'm personally sick of seeing deserts in films, but in this movie, it was back then. And at least they go to a different spot in Tatooine, Mos Espa, not Mos Eisley. She's so gorgeous. Sasha Kelly is playing the Latina Supergirl. I'm not going to call her Latina Supergirl. She's just Supergirl played by a Latina. They must have been hot over there, man. Mm, he's so short. See, this is how you incorporate new characters that I care about. Thoughts on Stargate? I like the first Stargate movie. I haven't seen the TV show, but I really like the film. I think it's kind of overlooked. It's no masterpiece, but compared to the movies we got now, oh, it couldn't be any worse. Yes, he stepped on crap, I know, but at least it's not beaten over your head like in a Seltzer and Freeberg movie. They have to run a joke into the ground. They can't just say, "Oh, look, he stepped in crap." No, it's got to go on for 5 minutes. It's short. It's not. You saw that was a do back. That was in the new special editions. There's Watto. Yay! Mm. Ah, yes. We'll be in. We have lots of that. Kabiyako. Yeah. Here comes Anakin Skywalker. Yeah. And this kid got so much hate. I don't understand. He was a little boy. I was a boy in 1999, guys. Come on, lay off. What do you think about me? Can you imagine if this movie came out today? The social media would crush, would castrate this movie. Unlike now, unlike back then, where there were bad reviews, but people were so toxic to Jake Lloyd, and I don't get it. I don't get it. He's not great, but he's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Yes, she is. Mm. What do you think about Michael Keaton's return as Batman? I'm interested. Because Jake Lloyd's like, oh, doing Star Wars ruined my life. No, the hobo did that because she was in 3 films, not 1. I think. He was a 9-year-old boy. What were you expecting? Haley Joel Osment? Also, by the way, those pit droids were in Mandalorian. So if you remind me of that, I'll be grateful. And it was also in the Clone Wars cartoon. Hit the nose. He was a little boy. You can't expect every kid to be a great actor. I mean, the girl that played Monica in Captain Marvel was good, but she was not in the film that much. Now that we have an older Monica, she's going to be awesome in the Marvels. The credits. The public credits are no good out here. I need something more real. Yeah, he had a broken tooth. No, they won't. They won't. Wave your hand around like. Yep, mind tricks don't work on me. Only money. Yeah, I know. Just like the greedy executives at Lucasfilm and Disney. I promise you that. Yeah, I know. And he's voiced by an Asian man with a British accent, which is weird because people said he sounds like a Jewish stereotype. I'm like, again, guys, it's a freaking alien. I don't care if he sounded German. As long as it's not a person, I'm not offended. It offended me more when they made Finn a black stereotype because he's actually dark skinned. And I'm like, yeah, that wasn't. Whobians. Hodians. Nomatafa. Yippee! Yeah, I said that when I was a kid, guys. Lay off. I said yippee as a kid. I was when I because I used to watch Little Nemo, the Adventures in Slumberland, that anime when I was 8 years old, and I said yippee a lot. Plus, he looks just like me. Not the one you're talking about. Plus, and James McAvoy, you're not Ewan McGregor, so stop trying to do that accent, that Raven, you know, cough and all that. No, crunched. This is a fun podcast. I'm having fun, and the podcast hasn't crashed yet, so that's saying a lot. I finally do a Star Wars movie, and the Wi-Fi is working fine. I guess because luck is on, the force is with me today. Muy, yeah. Are you gonna pay for that? Whoopee, whoopies. There's a Saboba. Chupa. Yeah, I guess there's Spanish in the galaxy far, far away. Chupa and Muy. Not only is Zendaya starring in Dune, she also Lola. Yeah, I know, and she's going to be great in both. Well, Lola, I prefer Kristen Wiig's voice because it's so sexy. Chapichawa. He says Mononoke. Listen, he said Mononoke. So he said Princess Mononoke, which came out in 1997. George Lucas used that word as a line here. A Doug, not thug. He's a hating crunching. The last thing Misa won is another trilogy that doesn't work. Just put Brie Larson in a Star Wars movie. Stop being so sexist and hateful. She can act. Captain Marvel made $1 billion, and she did that by herself with the help of Marvel's support and Kevin Feige. Feige knew that she was money. That's why he cast her. If that was Emilia Clarke or Natalie Dormer, it would have failed. Did I see the Phase 4 trailer? No, not yet. Today is Star Wars Day. I'm going to give it all my attention to this all day long when I can. Already knew her as MJ, yeah, in the Spider-Man movies, yeah. There's R2, yeah. Sandstorms. And by the way, Padme never had a stick. I don't think villains, heroes need a stick. A stick is something you throw at a dog to go fetch. That's what the stick is for. There's Shmi Skywalker, yep. Pernilla August. I miss her. I haven't seen her in a movie in a while. She's Swedish. Yeah. Yep. C-3PO. He looks like a skeleton here. He's not finished. Yep, there he is. Oh, Anthony Daniels, and we still have him, so we got to treasure him while he's still around. I guess you're not looking forward to Morbius. No, because I didn't like the trailer. The first trailer they showed last year or in 2019. I'm like, I hated Venom, guys. I don't trust Sony. Sony is just as untrustworthy as Lucasfilm. 3PO, human cyborg relations. My parts are showing. My goodness. Yeah. And trust me, yeah, it was fan service. But guys, this is subtle compared to the BS they did in The Rise of Skywalker. In that movie, everything is fan service. And I'm like, you have to have a good plot, not a fetch quest. This is a fetch quest, but it's not. It's one thing. They got to get the hyperdrive to get to Coruscant. That's it. They don't have to go to Coruscant and then go here and then go here and then go here and then go here. No, it's focused. That's what I can say about Lucas. He doesn't want. It doesn't do fetch quests. Fetch quests. That's a video game trope. This looks awesome. This is the city of Coruscant. That's not Ray Park's voice. And you won't watch Carnage? No, I won't do it. I hated Venom. Us who will be ourselves to Jedi. Us who will have revenge. Oh yeah. And they almost were, because Maul is very, very highly trained. Oh, you up. Boom. How rude. Need the eating fruit for dinner. Yeah, I saw the video game. That's a planet I wanted to see, Malastare. I didn't want to see another freaking desert planet with an Asian name. That's just a knockoff version of Tatooine. Don't do that again. I won't watch Let There Be Carnage because the first movie was a freaking cartoon and it was bad. And making it PG-13 hurt it a lot. I saw your laser sword, lightsaber. Yeah, Jedis, not freaking worthless nobodies that live on a planet that don't even have an explanation. We're 44 minutes in, guys, and I'm not even bored. We still got another hour and change. Because they crashed. Mm-hmm. Our ship. And if anything, you stole freaking Padme's look in this movie, J.J. Abrams. So, yeah, kiss my ass, kiss my ass. You too, you freaking hairstyle and makeup designers in The Force Awakens. Only Natalie Portman and Carrie Fisher can pull off that look with the braids. Anybody else is going to be lesser. and you know that. While I didn't like Jyn Erso. At least she wasn't with braids. She's just a deer in the headlights. You hate Camp Coral and Planet Sheen. I haven't seen Camp Coral because I refuse to. I every time Mother Weeks. I love it. Anakin. And Mother's Day is coming in a couple of days. My grandmother saw this movie and cried in the theater because she's a mom, so and she's been through a lot. So yeah, this kind of resonated with her. What's up, Jalen? What's up? I'm watching the Phantom Menace. It start May the Fourth be with you, and I wanted to start really strong. Hmm. Your voice is so soothing, Natalie. After what I went through with the yelling Brit that we call the hobo. Yeah. Is this podcast just going to be? I think Anakin's eating uh oatmeal or something because it looks like oatmeal. There's the banthas. Yeah. Do you hate breadwinners? I don't watch it. I saw clips and they don't even look like frogs. They look like freaking green testicles. The queen doesn't need to know. How can they do this? Ooh. I have that toy, by the way. Yeah, I have all my episode one toys. I did not get rid of them because of what happened in the past 6 years. No. He smashed my potted last face. He looks like Gonzo's cousin because he has a big nose. Really? So Boba flashed me with his fence. He has three fingers. Because no matter what people say about this and the other prequels, they were different. This is not a New Hope part 2.0 like the other films. Don't try to remind me of the past when you could do that in a subtle way without shoving it in my face. You stupid directors and writers. Filoni and Favreau know how to do that without shoving it in my face. I have everything of Star Wars I'll ever need in my collection right now. All I want to do is get the original films unspecialized on DVD or Blu-ray because I have it on VHS. Hey, give me 5, buddy. Down low. Methinks. Methinks. Plus, even in the slow parts of this movie, I still can at least look at it. Which movie quote is the worst? Everything you build will fail, or I'm one with the force of works with me. That was just repetitive. Or everything you build will fall because that's so says in such an over the top way that it's like everything they built will fall and from the ashes. I'm like, shut up, please, shut up. And again, I'm not going to blame Oscar Isaac. I'm going to blame Bryan Singer, the writers, and the freaking direction that they gave him. You're going to yell, and we're going to have your voice be amplified, and it's going to sound ridiculous. Thanos did not have to scream like that. Just like me, I have that power. Mm-hmm. Stephen Amell's Green Arrow or Ben Affleck's Batman. That's a hard one. Mm-hmm. Who is his father? Yeah. Mm. My theory is that the midichlorians were influenced to make a baby out of, in Shmi Skywalker. I'm not doing the freaking religious thing. It's not that, guys. You're thinking too deep. You know, the first man and woman weren't even made from a mother and father. Just to let you know, things can happen. I was born left-handed, and none of my other siblings were. These kids are cute. They're probably like my age now. Yeah, they're just kids, guys. They're not going to be the greatest actors. Greedo has a son. That little girl must be dateable now. Kidster is an Indian kid. So see, he's not a stereotype. He's not like, I'm going to talk like this the whole movie. No, you don't have to talk like that. That's laughable. Oh yeah, what if JJ made 10 Star Wars movies in 1 year? No, he would get fired. That phone. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I like the practical effects in this movie. It looks a lot better than some of the CG I've seen recently. Because, like I said, you don't have to cast a minority just to cast a minority. You have to have a reason for it. Could Jar Jar kick the crap out of the hobo? Yeah, because he actually does something in this movie. In the third act, he actually does things. And he doesn't have superpowers. Yeah, again, don't hate this character, guys. The only one of the only characters I didn't like in the prequels was Bail Organa because he does nothing. Rose Byrne, she does nothing. Characters that do nothing are nothing. Yeah. Your characters have to be active. They have to do something. Shmi Skywalker, I get she's not going to fight because she's a mom. I get it, but at least she's trying to be a mom. She's doing what mothers do. She's not she's not Elastigirl from The Incredibles. Didn't made a video before Christmas on your old channel when you were mad that JJ was killing off characters. Yeah, exactly. I didn't make a video because I was upset. I was upset when the Last Jedi came out, and I was like, yeah, he didn't even direct that, and I was just like, no, I'm done. Hmm. That's what people hated the most. Did Into the Spider Verse kick the crap out of Pacific Rim 2? Yeah, because people actually liked Spider Man Into the Spider Verse. It was well written. Miles was not a freaking stereotype, and he wasn't yelling. Because in that movie, boy, Bayenga has to yell. Why? Yelling doesn't make a movie more dramatic. It just pisses me off. It gives me a headache. They did a lot of that in Speed Racer, and I had a headache for days after that. That's Darth Maul's ship. It looks pretty cool. I have that toy as well. There he goes. I'm going to paste down here. And plus, I like a woman with authority. That actually turns me on more than a woman that doesn't even have a shower to be in. You would think that if you're in a desert planet, you're going to stink a lot because you're in the sun a lot. Yeah, again, where are the showers? There are showers in this galaxy because Solo had showers in it. You would think that these people would use some soap. Idris Elba yelled in the first Pacific Rim. Yeah, and the fact that they never mentioned that he had a son. That was something they pulled out of their ass because they couldn't get Elba to come back because he was too busy ruining Dark Tower and all these other freaking movies. And the Suicide Squad, I bet he's gonna die. I'm seeing that for John Cena. Yeah, my blue friend. Oh, these are the Twi'leks. These girls that work for Jabba later in the original trilogy. Which movie do you like the most? Endgame, because it changed me inside. Yep. Oh no. Yep, those are the Twilight girls. Pacific Rim is one of my favorite movies. I didn't even bother to see. I didn't. When Bayanga was cast, I was like, no, you're not going to remind me of that god awful Force Awakens. Get away from me. Anything that reminds me of that will hurt me. Not by a long shot. Hmm. Lou, it's the boy. Ned is smart. It does make a difference because Anakin has to leave the planet. If the first two acts are bad and Into the Darkness will be a four, yeah, because like I said, I don't want to see a remake of a better Star Trek movie. What would you want to see? Wonder Woman and Harley Quinn team up? No, because I don't like Margot Robbie's Hot Topic version, and the last Wonder Woman movie was questionable. Yeah, this is the pod race, one of the coolest scenes in the movie. Wrong 3PO because the very next movie he's up in space. There's her hair. Uh Kidster. Uh that dot on her face. I just want to lick it off. I know, guys. I know. I know. Natalie Portman gets my gears going. Her with Thor's hammer is going to be a huge turn on for me. I didn't see Birds of Prey. I refuse to. I don't want to see Hot Topic Harley Quinn throwing up and drinking and acting stupid. No. And breaking the fourth wall, even though she's not Deadpool. She's not even Gwenpool. That's Greg Proops' voice. He was in True Jackson. And what was that? What was that the show called? Whose Line Is It Anyway? He was on that show too. It's good. I don't care. I don't like Hot Topic Harley Quinn. It bombed too. So Bulba, yeah, this is the added scenes in the DVD version. In the VHS version, Waddle has another line. It goes Suburba. That's not in this version. Leto would be a great Joker if they gave him more of a screen time. And stop with the stupid cackle. Ah, ah, ah. That's not the Joker's laugh. See the Joker movie from 2 years ago. Elephant Man. You saw there's an Elephant Man. This is a really cool scene because yeah, is this a ripoff of Ben Hur? No, because these are spaceships flying, not chariots. Yeah, he farted. Ha ha ha. A digital anus. But again, guys, I've seen worse. The freaking the scene in the casino planet. You have people gambling in a Star Wars movie, and you have slot machines, things that you see in Vegas. Why are you reminding me of the real world and animal cruelty? I don't want to see that in my Star Wars movies. At least these creatures are not being abused. They farted, so what? Everybody does. Every living creature that has an anus farts. Slimo. Do Bantha. Yep, he's Bantha fodder. Who said that? Jabba the Hutt. Would you see a movie with Ryan Reynolds? And no, I don't want to see him with that girl. His laugh sounds more like a penguin than a Joker. Yeah, he cackles like a goose or a duck. And the iconic line, oh yeah, it will be forever. Now that I don't have those god awful movies in my life anymore. There he is. Jabba the Hutt. Yep, the one and only. And there's Bib Fortuna. Iwanawanga. Begin the race. Yes. Oh yeah. Here we go. Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Uh, yeah, and I have the Anakin toy when he's in the pod race, with the goggles and everything. Yeah, I would have loved to have been a kid in that thing flying. Just like I said, guys, I got bullied when I was a kid, so I know exactly what it feels like. Jake Lloyd, you're not alone, and I wasn't even famous. Who will win, Killer Croc or Bane? Probably Bane because he's so strong. And Killer Croc didn't do anything in Suicide Squad. There's Warwick Davis. Yep. Let it begin. Oh no! Yeah, and he wins the race. Sabobas. I mean, Watto. So don't point fingers. Harry Potter, and I said it. I'm more into Star Wars than Harry Potter. Why? Because it's a legacy that's been around a lot longer. We wouldn't even have Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter without this. Yeah, because which came out first? Just saying, guys. That if you need 8 movies to tell your story, then you're stalling. This only had 6 films. Six. Six. That's all we needed. We did not need 9 movies and 2 spin-offs. And a stupid animated movie from 2008. Bane is also one of my favorite Batman villains. In the episode Batman the Animated Series, Killer Croc gets his ass kicked. I know he does. I remember that girl. She was in the Clone Wars cartoon, I believe. The way they did this was amazing. The effects and the characters and how long it is. Yeah, it's not like the scene was 2 minutes. Mark Hamill, Heath Ledger, and Jack Nicholson and Joaquin Phoenix over Shadow Leto. Yeah, because they were trying. Yeah, that sucker's dead. Here's the Sand People, the Tusken Raiders. Yeah, they were in Mando as well. They do sign language. Here it goes. Oh, that was great. I love that. That's music to my ears. They have gappy sticks, but they use them right. They don't glow. Those Quadraneros power couple. Owata. And this is so much better than the race in the first Cars movie. Yeah. While the animation was good, it's just boring. That movie's just way too long. Plus, you have to wait till the end to get to that grand race with Lightning McQueen. Oh, look. Was that necessary, Jabba? You have to flick one of those little creatures? Where is Master Anakin? Yippee! You want to see a Deadshot R-rated movie? They should have done it with Will Smith years ago. What did you stop watching Arrow? Because you said you didn't finish it. I'm gonna watch it again because some of the DC shows are on hiatus right now. Some of them are coming back, and Supergirl's gonna be over soon. So I'm gonna watch it on Netflix. I stopped watching it because it was so much to watch. I mean, 8 seasons. I've only seen about 2 of them already. It's so long. It's so freaking long. Netflix has all the DC stuff that I'll need for the rest of the year. So I've been watching a lot of Power Rangers, so you can't exactly blame me. Which my bad. What season? I finished the first season years ago, and I still need to finish season 2. So I got a long way to go. This podcast is doing really well. I mean, I haven't glitched. Ha! See, he's a cheater. Yeah! The Force Awakens did not have a cool scene like this. Plus, this does feel like a 3-act structure. First act, second act, third act. They all connect. They all have continuity. There we go. It's a cool scene, man. There we go. The Tusken Raider shoots one of them right out of the race. Because you know who killed them, right? So Boba told them to do that. That's gotta hurt. The Warner Brothers hired Tom Holland to do a live action Ben 10. No, stop casting him as American characters. He's fine as Spider-Man, but he doesn't have to play Spider-Man in everything, guys. That feels like what he's doing. Yeah, Holland does the same accent. Mr. Stark, I want to do this. Yeah, he sounds like a mini. I'm fine with that as Spider-Man, but with every other role, like Onward and Spies in Disguise, it's the same accent, guys. Just stop, please. Stop casting him as the same thing. That's why that Uncharted movie hasn't been made yet, because it's Chaos Walking. He sounds like that. He's a good actor, but just stop making him sound the same and everything. Except in like Cherry, I think he does a Southern accent. At least he's trying to do something different. Yep. It's Skywalker! Oh, yeah. Did he crush it? This scene is amazing, and they added more to it. Yep, there's the Jawas. And by the way, one of the things in Mandalorian season 2 was a broken pod race, because again, it's canon. The prequels happened, guys. Get over it. They were made years ago when you were kids. You're lucky you had movies like this when you were kids and not the god awful movies we have now. Because I'm sorry, Chaos Walking, that is not a good movie. I like Spider-Man, but Nolan North was better as Nathan Drake. Again, because Nolan North is a man. He doesn't go, Captain Marvel. He sounds like Mark Wahlberg. Like, I like to talk like this and everything. And I'm like, I already have Mark Wahlberg. I don't need a knockoff version of Mark Wahlberg, Because he talks like this and everything too. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work and everything. He does. He sounds like Mark Wahlberg. He looks like Christian Bale, but he sounds like Mark Wahlberg. Just less manly. Do something different. Put on some makeup and act like an alien. At least that would be different. Then sound like this and everything. I'm like, I don't know. It's weird, you know? Ooga boonga. They have a tablet. Oh yeah. That music is amazing. Dun, dun. I saw this in the theater again, guys, twice. When I was 14 and in my 20s in 2012. Nolan North could do a live action Uncharted. He also did the voice of Deadpool in that Deadpool game a couple years ago. Punta punta. Yeah. This is Saboba crashing. Yeah. Let go. Wah! Yeah. Yep. He goes, poo you. Yep, you lost Saboba. There's a first time for everything. That was awesome, man. It still holds up. The scene is still visually stunning. One of the best scenes in the Star Wars films. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I miss that music. What if Tom Holland played Link? Well, Link doesn't talk, so that could be something different. But the thing is, he can't be everything, guys. Dun, 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 dun. Oh man, that music. Yes. Yeah, wake up, Jabba. That's it. You don't see Jabba again until the original films. Well, Jabba was in this Clone Wars movie, but that's still the years after this. Yeah, Nolan North was awesome as Deadpool. Yeah, I know. In the 2013 game and the ultimate version of Deadpool in Spider-Man's Shattered Dimensions. Yeah, get out of here, Wakandans. Yeah, there was a bald black woman. So I guess that was there were the Wakandans were in these movies before Black Panther. Yes, Sing is better than Rogue One. It had a better cast and it was shorter. Hmm. It wasn't a fair bet. Oh yeah, there comes Darth Maul's little probe droid. And probe droid, yeah. At least Sing had a story. Yeah, bye, Watto. We won't see you till Attack of the Clones with your little wobbly nose. Yeah, Obi-Wan took a little break because Ewan McGregor was filming another movie. He was doing Moulin Rouge. There's a cyber animal, with the little wobbly nose. Mm-hmm. Plot convenience, but it's because, yeah. Would you want to see a Gwenpool movie? It would be better than a Harley Quinn movie. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Of course not. He's a Skywalker. A real Skywalker, by the way. Him and Luke. There are no others after that. Just to let you know. You can't just take that name for yourself. You have to be bred of one of the Skywalkers or the Solos or what was it? What was Organa? If you're not part of that bloodline, then you're not a Skywalker. So, yeah, that wouldn't work. Chris Tucker as Jax, yeah, he would be like, yippee, yeah. I know people make fun of that. I don't care. I said yippee when I was a kid, so make fun of me all you want. Yippee! In my opinion, I think Harley Quinn is a bad character. It's just the way they represent her is just too much. Some bisexual freaking clown with pink and blue hair and booty shorts. That's not my Harley Quinn. Sorry. That's just some Hot Topic version. Again, a mother's love, guys. You need that in your life. I still have my mom, and I love her so much, so much. Harley Quinn was great in Batman the Animated Series. Yeah, the Arkham games, Injustice. Yeah, because she's done right. She doesn't have that stupid, Hot Topic version look. I like the red and black look better. I'm sorry. That's just my preference. Yeah, you're gonna sell a lot of toys, man. Oh my. Yeah, we'll see you again, Anthony Daniels, for two more films. And of course, in the other stuff, because I have a red hand arm. No, that's stupid. Oh, that music is so subtle. Yeah, but she's gonna be tortured by the Tusken Raiders in Attack of the Clones. See, Shmi is an actual Skywalker because without her, we wouldn't have Anakin or Luke or anybody else. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, that music. That music is everything, man. You can't have a Star Wars movie without that music, with that triumphant John Williams score. But when you steal from it, that music doesn't work at the end of Force Awakens because we didn't care about finding Luke. We find him, he says nothing. The next movie, he throws the lightsaber off. So again, Rowan Johnson, suck it. That was a trilogy that had no plan. This and the other two prequels and the original trilogy had a plan, a three-act structure, 3 years to make the plots, not 1 year and a half. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. Anakin, shut. Why does the MCU work? Because they have years to plan it out, and they have decades of comic book source material to work with. John, I like to see. You can like whatever you want, network, but it's not for me. I hate the hobo with a passion that burns through my soul. I would. Why Wolverine is so short? He has to be like that, and he's in the comics. He's like this. He's very stout. He's not 6'2". We're an hour into the movie, an hour and 19 minutes. We still got about another hour to go. So a lot to go. Bye, Darth Maul. We'll see you at the end of the third act. Short fight, but it leads up to a kick-ass fight, one of the best in the franchise. I need some water. Yes, the Spirit is worse than Jonah Hex. Jonah Hex at least had a good actor, a good lead. It just was boring and it was way too short. Yes, his show. I can't wait to see it next year. I'm so happy. That actor makes me happy. The fact that they had to waste him and make him a gay version of Black Mask in Birds of Prey is just insulting. Do I want to see Fess Rogen voice Mario? No, he doesn't sound like it. He's going to be like, "Mamma mia, I got a mushroom on." No, it's gonna sound too recognizable. I'd rather just Charles Martinet do the voice again. Woohoo! And all that. Yeah, I love his voice. What are villages? Oh yeah. Oh, that beautiful costume. See, orange. She's not wearing brown or gray or white. She wears white in the later films. Whatever you say, Santa Claus. Oh, you're so gorgeous. I can't. I can't take this. I can't. Oh, that face. See, at least Jar Jar takes a nap for a while, and we don't have to hear him for a while. People that were like, "Oh, he's the worst kid." And here, the romance actually worked compared to the new movies because it's not like I'm gonna kill you and I'm gonna have sex with you. No, that's not how it works. That's freaking Mr. and Mrs. Smith bullshit. It really is. You don't do that. There has to be some kind of sexual tension, and there wasn't with Trilo and with your hobo. At least with Anakin and Padme, they at least were attracted to each other for some reason, but they at least were. It wasn't like the kiss came out of nowhere. Hmm. So will I, Natalie Portman. So will I. So much. If you only knew how much I love you, how much I love your work, how much I love your voice, how much I love your face. That I did not say the same thing about other girls in this franchise. Besides her and Carrie Fisher, yeah, it's really hard. I like Billy Lord's face because she's Carrie Fisher's daughter, but she had nothing to do in those movies. Nothing. She's a background character. She might as well be CG because she does nothing, and that's sad because she was good and book smart. Halo has a series on Paramount Plus. Would it be the same thing as Sonic and Mortal Kombat? We'll see if I'll try to see it sometime. I'm just not a big Halo fan. Never played any of those games. I didn't have an Xbox growing up. I played it, but I just never had an Xbox. This is a Terrence Stamp, yes, the real Zod, not freaking Michael Shannon overacting. Solomon Grundy versus Hulk. We'll see. Hulk probably. Hmm. There he is. Terrence Stamp. Yep. You will kneel before sword. Yeah, exactly. And Michael Shannon is, I will find him. And it's too much. It's too over the top. And he says it 4 times, not once. Because I guess they wanted to copy Dark Knight when they say, why so serious 4 times? Yes, I know what you said. I know. Yep, go. You're going to see Yoda and Mace Windu and Kirari Mundi and all these other characters. I know. You don't have to say that, Jar Jar. This scene was not in the theatrical cut, by the way. When she says she's pretty hot, yeah, I know. I've seen her in other movies. It was weird to see her. Hey, Darius. It was weird to see her as a little girl in Leon because she was way too young for me at that time. But oh my God, she blossomed into a gorgeous woman that has everything I could ever want. And I do mean everything. And this is her new costume. It looks Asian. It looks like a Chinese outfit. Really squabbling. delicate. Also, by the way, the freaking court scenes didn't bother me because they're part of the plot. And even the thing they do with her lipstick, that they put a little dot right here, that's so sexy, man. Why you think when I saw the girls dress up as Padme at the Heroes and Villains Fan Fest and also Comic-Con, I was just hooked, man. Because I know my pride when it comes to Star Wars, what I'm drawn to and what I'm not. But no confidence in Charles. Who is your favorite Batman actor? And my favorite is Michael Keaton. John, the canceled Taco Bell movie is misogynist. I don't care. I told you stop talking about that. If Power Rangers stayed with Fox to begin with, it could have been a Disney property. But Disney can air they could put their movies on Disney Plus because they're Fox movies. The first two films, even though Turbo is god awful. I hate the Turbo movie so much. And who knows? Power Rangers could have crossed over with the Avengers, yeah, or with Star Wars because it's pretty much in the same vein. It's sci-fi. Oh yeah, the Sith has been extinct for a millennia. This is the puppet Yoda, not the CG Yoda. Yeah, I noticed that a lot of the Jedi's talk like this with their hands crossed, except for Ki-Adi-Mundi. He's like, no, I'm just chilling like a villain. I'm gonna chill at Netflix and chill. Netflix wasn't around at that time, guys. I think there were like there were like mail order DVDs and VHS tapes. So now everything is digital. The cells are the highest concentration of metachlorians I've ever seen in life form. Yep. Again, metachlorians are just cells. That's all. We all have cells. Without it, we wouldn't be living. We have brain cells and we have living blood cells. We have cells, guys. Read your opinion is. That puppet's cute. I like it better than the CG Yoda that they added in the 2012 re-release of this movie. I don't know. It just looks weird. It was fine in Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, but here it just felt really weird. And Baby Yoda's the cutest thing ever. Would you watch Zac Efron to play Nightwing? We'll see. Yeah, I know Mace Windu looks bored in this movie, but in the next two films, he has things to do. It's because they introduce him so late in the film, about an hour and a half into the film, in a 2 hour and 10 minute movie. So, yeah, if you're introducing new characters, by the end, they're not going to have a lot of screen time. Oh, that's a sexy outfit too. Oh, that headgear. Oh. Yes, guys, I have different tastes. Oh, trust me, you'll see her a lot more of her Anakin. Mm. Plus, George Lucas has a very visual style that I enjoy. J.J. Abrams just does not. I hate his lens flares. I don't like him trying to remake a movie. I don't like the way he shoots people from, they have the close-ups that he does, and I'm not a fan. Mission Impossible 3 is the only good movie he ever made that he didn't remake. Do you want to see Zach voice Shadow the Hedgehog? It could be anybody. It doesn't matter. As long as it's a guy that has a badass, like, emo voice, because, Shadow has a darker voice than Sonic. If you played any of the games or watched the cartoon. Best Mario game is Mario 64. The worst one is probably those educational games. The like Mario Time Machine and Mario's Missing. I didn't even play those. Oh yeah, Queen. Our behalf. Uh, Kevin Conroy. Yeah, definitely best voice of Batman. Bale, Roger Craig Smith, Adam West, Troy Baker, Ben Affleck, and Reno. Shadow is basically the Batman of the side. Yeah, I know because he has a black fur. Yep. Trust me. Trust me. I went to jury duty in 2007, so I know what a boring court is. And I had nothing to do. I had to sit there and just take it. Conceded. Yeah, you tell them, Padme. Tell them. Even she's more of a Skywalker once she's with Anakin. Again, confidence in Chancellor Valorum's leadership. Oh, look, Wookiees. There's Wookiees up there. Yeah, ET is in the scene. He's right in the bottom. He's only in the widescreen version. A strong Chancellor. He's too old. He's 9 years old. What do you mean he's too old? What do you have to train these Jedi's when they're infants? I mean, yeah, I know that the younglings are like 5 years old, but still, he's not too old. What do you rate Ghostbusters 2016? I haven't seen it. I refuse to. A C plus as being generous. I can't. Unfunny jokes and remaking the first movie is just a mistake of epic proportions, guys. I'll feel you. How do you feel? Not how feel you. See through you. We afraid to lose her, I think. Yep, Frank Oz is the voice of Fiona. Everything. Fear is the path of the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering, and it does. And look what happened with the Rise of Skywalker. We all suffered through that. Even the people that sat through the trailer, like me, I'm like, this is not going to be Endgame, guys. And I was right. I was right from the beginning. Rambo 4 is a B. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's the last good Rambo movie. There's Jar Jar. He comes back it take a while to come back. Another black outfit. Without a fight. We some warriors. Hmm. The Phantom Menace is a C minus for me. Yeah, I know a lot of people were not a fan of this movie. I was, and I still am, because it didn't hurt me. It didn't. It didn't violate me like a lot of the other films did after Episode 3. Marina, to turn to mine. Go back. Those outfits are scrumptious. Man, who could win? Who could win in a fight, Batman or Shadow? Batman. I got it. Attack of the Clones is an F. No, I don't hate that movie. I know everybody does, but the movie is short compared to to Last Jedi. It doesn't kill off characters that we liked. Not any main characters, anyway. Here you have Qui-Gon dying. It's part of the plan, guys. No, he will not be trained. No. What do you mean, no? No, he's not. He's 9 years old, guys. 9, not 25. How did this boy's future is? Who's faster, Sonic or the Flash? The code. Yeah, he is. Council will decide who is ready. Hmm. The Queen's attacker. Hmm. Who could win a fight, Mario or Sonic? Mario, because his games are much better. Yeah, Sonic had the better movie, but Mario has the better games. Woohoo! Mm-hmm. Because again, they won't know that he'll become Darth Vader at the end of this trilogy. The greatest villain ever. I don't want to hear about Kylo Ren, temper tantrum Vader, and all these other villains like whoever the hell. What was this Krennic from Rogue One? He was an awful villain. All he does is Ben Mendelsohn overacting like crazy. Do you like Jigsaw? I could take him or leave him. I like his voice, but the movies are way too long. Like there's too many of them, too many Saw films. Now there's going to be another one called Spiral. I know at least it's a different title, but it's going to be a more woke version of Saw. Here we go. Do you hate Sonic '06 when Sonic at the end kissed a human? That's weird. And I never played the game because I heard it's horrible. Hmm. Favorite Batman is Ben Affleck. That's fine. And there's her another outfit, her purple outfit. Man, she has so many outfits. It's great. Just like she's like the Lady Gaga of space. I never realized that. You rate Superman 64. I haven't played it. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Bye, Coruscant. We won't see you till Attack of the Clones. Which I'm sorry, that's not an F movie. There's a lot of that movie I enjoy. I don't care. Django is the coolest freaking character in that movie. Fight me on that. And no, Josh, don't take it seriously because I know how you get. You get triggered by certain words, and you weren't even on here. But don't. Okay, this is not directed at you. I'm saying Django is the first Mandalorian we ever see in this trilogy. Yeah, and I love him. I love Django Fett. Mm, mm. The worst DreamWorks movie, one of them was Slush Away because I hated that. The first Shrek is one of the best DreamWorks films. I can't fight a war for And it's not a Death Star, which is nice to see. It's a ship, not a Death Star, which is nice to see. I'm gonna take off this costume soon because I've been in the costume for almost 2 hours. Well, you guys get it, you know. Rise of the Sky was the opposite from Endgame. Instead of the anticipated epic, it's a more movie that's officially kills the franchise. Yeah, and they wonder why there hasn't been a movie since. They haven't greenlit any movies. The Rian Johnson trilogy, that's not happening. The Game of Thrones guys, they hightailed out. They knew Kathleen Kennedy was going to suck out their souls like Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat. And also, they're not going to do the Obi-Wan movie is a Disney Plus show. Disney Plus has officially saved Star Wars. Without them, there'd be nothing. Yep, he is. Ewan McGregor didn't do a ton of terrible sequels like Liam Neeson did those god-awful Taken sequels for a paycheck. Because what if DiCaprio was in movie 43? He's not dumb enough to do a movie like that. His first movie was Critters 3, and that's a masterpiece compared to it. Nobody there. There's Keira Knightley again. Her second appearance in almost 2 hours. Yeah, Misa show you. They go into the woods, like Kristoff in Frozen 2. This is fun. I'm glad I got to do this. Because with the last podcast, it crashed a lot. When I did Spider-Man 2. Great movie, but man, I had a lot of technical issues. If Tom Mary is an F, I didn't see it. Who start using orders? Yeah. No, you're not, Keira Knightley. You saw bringing the mechanics. You saw all Bombad. Yeah, I know. Who saw? What a twist! Yeah, this is before Shyamalan did his What a Twist, which was, here it was done better. Because Shyamalan, a twist only works if you don't see it coming. Space Jam 2 will be better than live action Tom and Jerry. Yeah, because that's going to be crazy, and I know what to expect. I'm not expecting a deep personal plot with Bugs Bunny and LeBron James, who's not Michael Jordan, by the way. And it's not going to top the first movie, because that movie is a staple of 90s kids films. SpongeBob every day, because there's things in that cartoon that still make me laugh. Fairly Odd Parents went off the wagon. Once they put the dog in there, yeah, it wasn't the same. And they had Chloe. They should have ended it after that, like before Chloe even showed up. Ha! That laugh is so joyful. I don't think you saw then the Googans. Are you skipping Tom and Jerry? Yes. Salaikati. Ahsoka, played by Rosario Dawson, also voiced the Lego Batgirl. I didn't like her as Batgirl. That's great. I love that. Classic. Classic, man. Let's have some peanut butter. I want to eat something for this final lap. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Darth Maul didn't have to say much to prove a point. Also, tell me the ending of Infinity War doesn't have a fight like this, where the Wakandans are in the grass and they're going, Ibambe! Ibambe! It reminded me of this fight scene. Yeah. So the Russos saw the Phantom Menace several times to see. So where should we fight Thanos' troops at the end of Infinity War? In a giant freaking field, grassy field. Mm-hmm. It reminded me of that a lot. So The Russos did their homework. They're not like the Wachowskis. Resistance is futile. Mm-hmm. R2. Spider-Ham or Bugs Bunny? It would be a tie because they're both great characters. Mm. Even with a monotone voice, I'm still attracted to Natalie Portman. Mm-hmm. We saw it too. Awesome. Mm-hmm. 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 I see Attack of the Clones, and I'm like, Natalie Portman's never looked hotter in that movie. What do you hate spin-off movies? They're boring. Rogue One is boring. It's as long as this movie, and it has boring, flat characters that I don't connect with, and they're all foreign. Yeah, not one American actor except for the voice of K2SO, and he dies. How do you kill a robot? You can rebuild them, you freaking idiots. Plus, the movie has the most downbeat ending in any movie. It makes Empire Strikes Back look like a ray of sunshine. No pun intended. And Solo is too dark. Imagine if I saw the whole movie without any light. Imagine the whole movie like this with no light. If the whole movie was like this, would you enjoy me doing a podcast like this where you can't see anything? No, you would hate it, wouldn't you? I want to see a movie. I want to see what's happening. I want to see the effects. I want to see the actors mostly. And Amelia Clark can't act. I don't care about Game of Thrones. If you have to cast people from Game of Thrones in your Star Wars movies, you fail. Unless it's Pedro Pascal, who freaking owned it as Mando, you fail. Good day, sir. I have spoken. I'm sorry, I get passionate for Star Wars. It's one of the greatest franchises of all time, and those spin-off movies just bored me to death. They were filler movies to whet people's appetite for the next sequel, which was not what we wanted anyway. And calling it a Star Wars story was too on the nose. This was called Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, not a Star Wars story. You freaking morons. Third act, here we go, baby. Here we go, baby. Dan, 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 dan. Yeah, that score is amazing. Awesome. Even the nostalgia critic said that was good. This is too close. Hell yeah, buddy. Dun, dun, dun. In the trailer, it sounded louder. It's like, get to your ships. And this version is just a little bit toned down, I guess. Not everything in the trailer was in the movie, but they didn't lie to us. It wasn't like in Last Jedi. You know what the trailer was? The first trailer for that was the hobo. It's a faded thing. The image starts to get clearer, and you see the hobo drop to the ground. When that happened, I ran out of the theater like it was on fire, guys. I really hated that freaking movie for what it did. Who can win in a fight, Daffy Duck or Spider-Ham? Spider-Ham probably, because he has more resourcefulness. There goes the ship. Yep. See, so even some of the characters here die. While this is not as good as the Battle of Yavin, it's still a better thing than Rise of Skywalker. Oh yeah, by the way, all the Star Destroyers can destroy planets because reasons. Yeah, that's stupid. That's like if you made the freaking Sandcrawler, it could blow up a planet too. Besides Star Wars, Mass Effect is another sci-fi franchise. Yeah, I hope they do a Mass Effect movie. They're planning on doing one. One of the people, the cosplayers of Mass Effect 2, is going to be a consultant on the movie if it gets made. I would love to see that. Do something different. We have come to a point now where franchises can be made from anything if you love the source material. Sonic, Mortal Kombat, yeah, it dropped in the box office, but it still made something. What's Rogue One? Which one's worse? Uh, Rogue One or Solo? I would say Rogue One because I'm like I said, guys. I saw that Jyn Erso is the most boring freaking lead girl ever. Solo at least had an actor that was trying. I couldn't see anything, but it was. I think Rogue One is worse because it was boring. It was way more boring. Here comes the battle, baby. Ouch time. Hell yeah. Wakanda forever. I'm sorry, no, wrong movie. Hell yeah, here we go. You know what would make the ending of Rogue One even worse than it is? If they played an Ariana song, yeah, but that would be a joke. They're making an Uno movie, yeah, because Hollywood ran out of ideas decades ago. Oh yeah, this part I love this when he throws that little blueberry thing, the boomba. Watch. I'm sorry, that cracks me up, guys. This will be the worst thing. Yeah, again, I'm not talking about Anakin stay in that pot. Yeah, because Darth Maul would have killed him. Here it comes. Oh yeah, buddy. This fight is one of the best in the entire franchise. Bum bam! Awesome! 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 Yep, you might as well be saying awesome. Here we go, baby. Making a partial. Oh yeah, buddy, this fight is awesome. Awesome! 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 What happens if you saw the hobo for thing? A freaking karate kick to the face would do it. One karate kick right to the face or a fist in the mouth would put her out of my misery. Because you don't deserve to act again, hobo. I'm not going to do death threats because I'm not that kind of person. I'm not a monster, guys. But she deserves a kick in the face from either me or one of the other fans. Because you don't deserve anything, hobo. You don't deserve any of the accolades you got. You're the worst character in the franchise. You suck as a female character. You're not a good actress. Your face haunted me. Get out of my face. That's why I'm not doing The Force Awakens. Because I'm like, there never was another Star Wars movie after Return of the Jedi, and there never will be. A pox on you in the timeline. You had the prequels, but that was before the original. Anything after that, what if they put a religion in Star Wars? They already did. People are just, it's a cult, and people are like, you have to join or not. That's what they treated this, like a freaking cult. Even though that's not what it is. Here we go. Awesome. 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 Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, buddy. Fight is amazing, man. Would you do a live commentary on the Lego movie? Yeah. Not the second one, though. The second one is a joke. But the first one, I have to see it for a while. Oh, yeah, man. One of the best choreographed fights in the franchise. Look, he almost falls. See, he almost fell. Yep. What do you think of misogynists? They're idiots. I'm not a misogynist because I didn't like the hobo. I loved Padme in these movies. I love Princess Leia. I even like Ahsoka in the Clone Wars cartoon. She grew on me. In the Clone Wars movie, I thought it was kind of weak because she didn't do much for me. She was just kind of whiny. But in the cartoon, and in Mando, they did something well. Let's hope I never meet the hobo in real life, guys. You heard what I said. Sucker Punch. And I don't hit women, but like I said, she deserves it right in her mouth. Like, ooh, that'll shut her up for life. What about a live commentary on the Lego Batman? If I can get that. I have the Lego Ninjago movie, so I can do that one eventually. I just saw the Lego Batman movie on HBO Max. What's up? Yeah, see, he killed a couple of them. Watch. Yep, take that. Take that. He accidentally shoots them down. Now this is now this is Star Wars, baby. It's an all-out fight. Yep, it is. As ridiculous as it is, it's better than the hobo flying a ship in Rise of Skywalker. Because again, she can do everything. A live commentary on Infinity War, we're getting to that, guys. We're getting to that. Trust me. That and Endgame. I'm gonna see that snapping away all those god awful movies from my life that they made of from Lucasfilm and from DC and from other movies that franchises that didn't need it, like 50 Shades of Grey and After. Yeah, all snapped away. Now they're Batman or Batgirl. I'm gonna do one for Infinity War. I'm gonna try to do it next week. I'll try. After I do the prequels, I'm gonna do it because I can only do about 20 hours of commentaries. Rise is a C minus. It's a D minus for remaking Return of the sentient music. Awesome, man. Yeah, Kiss My Ass rehash trilogy. You didn't have any music like this. This triumphant, big, bombastic music that John Williams made with the London Symphony Orchestra and a choir of people singing in unison. That is awesome. And no, it's not like Avatar where they ripped off this movie 10 years later with the freaking music. A commentary on Basic Instinct, maybe, but not right now. Infinity War and Endgame could make your emotions flow through you. Yeah, it will. It will. Because, like I said, those movies left me dumbfounded. I was like, wow. A third movie that doesn't suck, like The Last Stand or X-Men Apocalypse. This fight is awesome, man. And now they take a little break. Yep. Time to take a little break. And Obi-Wan has to watch his master die. This is a nice quiet moment. We haven't had that for a while. Yeah, with Infinity War, I'm not gonna hold back, guys. What do you think of Bryce Dallas Howard? If you give her the right script, she can act. And if you she's done really well directing episodes of Mandalorian, so I give her that. X-Men Apocalypse, yeah, it was too much. It was boring. It's longer than this movie. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's way too long. Way too long. It feels like it's a chore to get through. This movie is not. This is nutsy. Mm-hmm. I gotta cut my hair later. Uh-oh, exploding blueberries? Yep, and he stopped a lot of the ships. Days of Future Past gets an A plus, A minus for me. I think some of the cast works and some of them doesn't. Tosa the Boomba! A Boomba? Woo, 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 woo. This movie's so crazy. Lucas, you have a crazy sense of humor, man. Hey, at least he does something, unlike the Porgs. Ja ja. A live commentary on Black Panther, just like with Power Rangers after meeting David Joe Johnson, Black Panther can make you emotional. It did. I cried twice in the theater before Bozeman died. So yeah, First Class is an A. No, it's not. That movie's boring. That movie is this movie if it had no action in it. I'm sorry, I didn't find young Charles Xavier was a douchebag. Young Magneto was just, oh yeah, I'm gonna cream my pants every time I use the Force. Oh, I'm sorry, my magnetic powers. He's like, you, Michael Fassbender. You're not Ian McKellen. You never will be Ian McKellen. You never will. You never was Ian. You were never Ian McKellen, and you never will be. You're creaming your pants. McKellen didn't do. No, that was stupid. That movie is boring. I don't know why people say First Class is a good movie. It couldn't wipe the ass of X-Men or X-Men 2. It's boring, and I don't do boring. And Sebastian Shaw, Origins is D. Yeah, it's awful, but at least Hugh Jackman's not boring. His line in First Class is good. Go yourself. Yeah. Here we go. Final battle, baby. Oh yeah, buddy. The Donatello saber, like he says, yeah, that lightsaber is way better than Kylo Ren's. It doesn't look like a sword. Mm-hmm. Last Stand. Yep, no. The Last Stand is a D plus. Again, the action at the end is the only good great part of that movie. The rest of the movie is hard to get through. You kill off Cyclops, you kill off Xavier, and then you have these deaths of these villains that we don't care about. Yeah, stupid. And then you have Ellen Page before she turned into a man. Yeah, I've been doing that a lot, guys. That's not to you. That's not the idiots that thought that that was a good idea. I can't even look at that person anymore. Hands up. My give up. People don't appreciate this movie as much as it should get. Do you think Jason Statham and Isaac Gonzalez have good chemistry? In what? Oh, because she was in Hobbs and Shaw, but she's been underused in two films I've seen her in recently. Bloodshot, Bloodshot, and Godzilla versus Kong. She was useless in those movies. You could have done something with her. Instead, you made her do nothing. X2 is an A. Yep, it's one of the best X-Men movies in the franchise. Before Singer left, and then Superman Returns, which I enjoy. Hell yeah, you tell them. I just love her authoritative voice. X-Men is a B plus. Yeah, it could have been a little bit longer and had more action, but it was an origin story, guys. Oh yeah, this fight's awesome. Short and sweet, but oh my god. And this is two people fighting one person. Again, it was done better here than Force Awakens. There is no winner in that. The real losers are the audience because we don't even have a definitive winner. Kylo Ren burns this guy. He should be dead. And then the hobo beats this guy. Yet there's a crack in the ground, and there's not even the fight doesn't end. It just stops. Kiss my ass, movie. Wolverine is a B. Yeah, I like Black Superman. And no, I don't. That's a stupid line. That movie is a cartoon. Those movies became cartoons after Paul Walker's passing. The other films were ridiculous, but at least when Paul was there, I was invested. When he's not there, it's just not the same, guys. Fast Nine's not going to save anything. Godzilla versus Kong saved cinema, not Fast Nine. Dark Phoenix is a C minus. You're being too Darius. You're being too kind on that. That movie is way worse than X-Men 3. Mm-hmm. At least X-Men 3 had some good action. New Mutants is a C plus. That movie's racist. Possible. Oh yeah, the bad dubbing. Yeah, that dubbing was kind of bad, but that's one of the few dubs in the movie that's kind of bad. Blow up. Yep. We didn't hit it. Nope, Anakin did by accident. Hell yeah. Woo! Yep, woo indeed. Yep, blow up. Goodbye, rehash trilogy. That's what happened. You blew up in the sky. It blew up in your face. I'm very happy that that movie did not beat for Endgame or Infinity War because those are masterpieces compared to what happened with that with Star Wars. They are broken. Twilight minus is a C minus. That's being kind. It's an awful movie. It's boring, and nothing happens. And the final battle should have been the end of the movie. Not I'm gonna take Bella to the freaking hospital to get her cleaned up, and then we're gonna go to the prom again. Why? I don't get it. Yep. Yes, that is the death from Blind Fury from the late '80s, where he gets cut in half, but he returns in the Clone Wars cartoon with robot legs. That was fun. I'm glad I got to do this movie. Next will be Attack of the Clones. Yeah, the movie that's supposedly universally hated. It's still watchable compared to the Last Jedi because I'm invested more. I am. I'm sorry. New Moon is a D minus. Yes, 2 hours to tell a story that could have been 90 minutes. That's the problem with those movies. They drag, and they didn't. They're romance movies. It could be 90 minutes. You don't need the extra hour. It's not needed. Yep, he will bring balance, and he did. That's it. He does bring balance to the Force, and that's it. We never needed another character after that. Mando doesn't use the Force. Baby Yoda does. That's about it. Him and Ahsoka because they were trained in the Jedi arts, and Grogu was with uh, Ahsoka. That's how he got his name from her. At least that's what we got so far. Thank you. There it is. Kiss your franchise goodbye the way you wanted it. Once Kathleen Kennedy is fired, it'll be in the better hands. Breaking Dawn Part One is a D plus. Part Two, I like it as a guilty pleasure, but that's only because of the battle at the end. If you count it, and then I got to laugh at it. I know. Yeah, for now. And then in the next two films, yeah, he's gonna turn on you. I do not. Taylor Lautner is got a god awful actor. Yeah, he's not that great. I can see him in other stuff. Listen to this. Nevertheless. Dun, 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 dun. Hell yeah, buddy. You know, Kylo didn't have that kind of a freaking music. He damn you do not. Apprentice Skywalker. Because it has to. All the pieces in a prequel have to fall into place. In The Hobbit, you have to have the ring, and you know where it's going to go. And also in the prequels to like these other movies, like even Fast and what was it? Final Destination 5. We know the plane's going to crash in the premonition in the first movie. And at least they gave Qui-Gon a funeral. Han didn't get that. Luke didn't get that. Leia got it, but it was only because Carrie Fisher really passed. And rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. I miss you. At least you're in a better place. I hope. You will be, and then you're going to burn just like Qui-Gon. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Always two there are. No more Bowser because Bowser has firepower. A master and an apprentice. But which was destroyed? The master or the apprentice? Who do you think? And there's Amidala's last outfit of the movie, and then she wears white at the very end of the movie, just like Leia did at the end of episode 4. Why do you hate Guy Ritchie? Because his style just does nothing for me. His frenetic camera work and always casting Brits and making his movies too long. It's just not for me. Nolan did it better. At least Nolan gets Oscar-winning performances out of actors in Inception and Interstellar. The only good movie Guy Ritchie made is Man from U.N.C.L.E. because it was funny and had a lot of charm to it. And Armie Hammer, trust me, he's hilarious in that movie. With his Russian accent, he's going to be much better than Pugface. Ah. La 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 la. I don't care what anybody says. I still love this ending. You look like she's getting ready to be married. Peace! Yes. When the COVID is over, I'm going to be very happy, guys. I'll celebrate. You're gorgeous. I love you, baby. Watch this. I love you so much. Yes, I did that, guys. I just kissed the screen. And that was Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Woo! Yes, I'm clapping, guys. With The Force Awakens, I was just glad it was over. That awesome music. Thank you, George Lucas, for this movie. Thank you, Richard McCallum, the better producer for this franchise. Thank you, the people that did the costumes and the production design and the actors. I give them a hell of a lot more credit than any of the actors in The Force Awakens or Rogue One, etc., etc., etc. This movie still holds up. I don't care what anyone says. That music, this is the movie that brought the fandom back into the theaters to see Star Wars. And, of course, in the special editions. But, man, that was fun. I felt something. Gentlemen isn't that long. It was boring. That's a movie where Hugh Laurie says the C word like 15 times in the same sentence. That's not funny. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Josh, I'm going to share this with you on Facebook. See it later. I know there's some things I'm going to say that you're not going to be a fan of. Remember, that fight me, I did not say it to you. That was not directed at you. So don't get triggered by that going. Just calm thy tits. This movie I still enjoy it. I don't care what anyone says. It's the first movie I ever got on DVD, and I'll keep it until the day I die. There's the disc. Still enjoy it. Next time we do Attack of the Clones. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. May the Force be with you. This is the way. I have spoken. All that good stuff. And I don't have a bad feeling about this. See you in the next one.